Tonight, friends and family of 4 University of Idaho students are anxiously waiting for their accused killer to appear in court tomorrow. Under a proposed plea deal, Bryan Kohberger will avoid the death penalty and a lengthy trial. Right now, King 5's Joyce Taylor is in Boise, Idaho, looking ahead to that potential plea deal. Joyce, how are families reacting?
Well, we've seen mixed reaction, haven't we? Ethan Chapin, as you know, is from Washington State. He was from Washington, born in and raised in Conway. He went to school in Mount Vernon as well. He is the only one of the 4 who was from Washington State. And turns out that we were in northern Idaho, where his family has a home, where he spent much of his life, yesterday with Jim and Stacy Chapin when the phone rang and they got that call that said Bryan Kohberger was going to be accepting a plea deal. Out of respect for their privacy, I'm not going to go into the specifics of how they reacted, but I can tell you that it did come as a shock. So as we have been following this case for the last 2.5 years, this trial has been hanging over these families. And while we've heard from the father of Kaylee Gonsalves, who is outraged by the news there likely will be no trial, that was not my takeaway from the Chapin family. Jim and Stacy have from day one put Ethan's siblings first. Ethan was a triplet. His brother and sister Hunter and Maisie were also students with him at the University of Idaho. So you can imagine how difficult it would be for them sitting through a trial, then the possibility that could end with a guilty verdict and the death penalty. And that, of course, would likely have meant years and years of appeals. And that is something that the Chapin family was deeply concerned about, the emotional long-term well-being of Maisie and Hunter. So is this deal, this plea deal, something that the Chapin family wanted? I don't know the answer to that, but what I can tell you is what they do know is that it doesn't really matter the outcome. It's not going to bring Ethan back. I mean, he was killed, he's gone from them forever, and there's just nothing that is going to bring them justice for that. So while the legal piece of this case might be coming to a close potentially tomorrow if this plea deal goes through, for them and for the families of these victims, I mean, honestly, this is a case that will never end, because for them they have to live with this forever.
Absolutely. That pain will never go away. Joyce Taylor reporting live for us in Boise, Idaho tonight. Thank you, Joyce. And stick with King 5 News for all of the breaking developments from the courtroom tomorrow. The hearing begins at 10, and you can join us here on King 5 and on our app, King 5 Plus, for live coverage of the entire hearing from Boise, Idaho.